This is one of my biggest GMAT red flags. I have seen it wreck too many students' prep. I'm Erika with Target Test Prep, and I'm here to answer the question, how many GMAT practice tests should I take? I get asked this question a lot by my students, and a lot of them don't like my answer. Straight to the point, the vast majority of test takers should take 6 GMAT practice tests. If you want to know which ones and when you should take them, stick around. But first, I'll explain the 2 reasons why taking more than 6 GMAT practice tests is a mistake and a red flag that you're prepping ineffectively. First, taking more than 6 practice tests is a waste of time and resources. Practice tests are extremely valuable, but a lot of what makes them valuable is the review and study that follows them. This is especially true if you're following the Target Test Prep model of taking an initial practice test and then clustering your remaining practice tests toward the end of your prep, in which case your first practice test provides both a baseline and a foundation for the majority of your study, while each of your later practice tests drives a week or so of high-intensity, customized study, targeted at improving your individual weaknesses. But the second reason that taking more practice tests is a mistake is that to do this, you'll need to supplement the selection of 6 official practice tests from GMAT with unofficial practice tests. And unofficial practice tests are often not very good. Good practice tests have realistic questions, an accurate scoring algorithm, and a large enough question bank to ensure that test takers are delivered questions at the right difficulty level for them, further ensuring test realism and a score that accurately reflects what you'll see on test day. Unofficial practice tests can't guarantee these things. I've seen too many students expect one score based on their unofficial practice tests and then get another one on the real thing. Or they build their entire prep around their performance on practice tests that don't remotely resemble their actual test day experience. I've been in this industry for a long time, so I know how the sausage gets made, and a lot of it is not worth gambling your score on. This is actually something I really like and respect about Target Test Prep. The TTP program has over 4,000 questions, so it absolutely could have its own practice tests. But it doesn't, because the experts here truly believe that the only practice tests students need come from the people who make the actual test. If you want to learn more about the GMAT scoring algorithm and why it's so hard to mimic, I recommend checking out my How is the GMAT Scored video. But in the meantime, let's talk official practice tests. Like I mentioned earlier, GMAT offers 6 practice tests in total. The starter kit of 2 exams is free, and the 4 additional exams can be purchased for $108 at time of filming. You can also buy just 2 of these additional exams for $60 or 1 of the additional exams for $35, but this isn't as good of a deal if you're going to take all 6. These exams are completely distinct from one another and are of equivalent quality. Okay, so what if you've blown it and taken a bunch of official practice tests already? Or you schedule a retake that you didn't budget for and now you need more practice tests? Well, you still have a few options. Specifically, you can stretch the official tests with retakes. This is something to be careful with. Any official GMAT practice test retake will pull from the same pool of questions as the first time you took the test, which means it's possible that you'll see repeat questions. Not ideal. But if you retake a test you took earlier in your prep, 1, you'll be less likely to remember any questions you've seen before, and 2, you'll ideally perform significantly better than you did on your previous attempt, meaning that you'll end up with a higher difficulty level and thus different questions. This can yield an almost entirely new practice test at 0 cost. However, there's a point of diminishing returns. Retaking once can be reasonably realistic, but a second retake is very likely to have repeat questions and thus lead to an artificially inflated score. And even a first retake is never going to be as good as an all-new official practice test. If this is you, note that retaking Power Prep tests is free, but Power Prep Plus tests must be repurchased for each retake. Now, if you do end up availing yourself of these lower quality options, if possible, try to bury them in the middle of your prep. I've seen too many students back themselves into a corner by taking all of their official practice tests too early, meaning that their crucial final stretch before their exam is filled with their least realistic practice test attempts. Your first and last practice tests are the most important ones in your entire study process, and thus should be of the highest quality. So, plan accordingly. Finally, I want to address something that I see come up frequently, and that's the cost of official practice tests. This is absolutely something I'm sensitive to. The application process is expensive, and that's before you get to tuition. This causes a number of students to try to get by with fewer official practice tests. But you know what costs more than purchasing all of the official practice tests? retaking the test because of inadequate or inaccurate prep. Even more expensive, reapplying to programs because your prep didn't get you the score you needed to get in where you wanted. The only thing more expensive than the application process is repeating steps in that process. So it's financially worthwhile to do your prep right the first time, and practice tests are a pivotal part of that prep. So to recap, take 6 GMAT practice tests, space out practice tests by more time earlier in your prep and less time later in your prep, using practice tests to fuel in-depth review and targeted study. If possible, ensure your practice tests are exclusively official, and if relevant, save your highest quality practice test attempts for first and last. Like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for more expert content like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.